And the second is, if you cooperate with Jelly, what kind of support you will get from our company? Okay, some customers is worried about that after I start the production, because I'm new for this MCB production, and I'm worried that during the production, what if my workers cannot assembling? What if my workers cannot do the testing, or they cannot printing? And I think if you cooperate with us, all the worries uh, you can you can throw away, because we Jelly company, we supply to all the support for the MCB factories, including the spare parts, mold, machines, and the most important is we give you the technology for the MCB. Okay, later I will explain one by one for this all the support from us. First, I want to say is for the machines. Okay, machines for the newly company. If you start the production, so we are not suggest that you make everything by yourself at the beginning. So we suggest that we give you all the parts, and you just doing the final steps. Final steps including the assembling and testing, rewriting, printing, and the packing. And the most important is selling. Okay, and why we not suggest you to make the all the production by yourself? Because the MCB is very small. Okay, you can see from this, it's very small. But the inside there is more than 20, or some MCB is more than 30 different spare parts, and every part is very very small. And this is the most safety electric products in your house to protect all your electronic products devices, such as your TV or the fridge, and also your mobile phone. So this MCB, if you cannot make it safe, so I think this is no use. So that's why we are not suggest you to make all the parts by yourself, because the parts is very small. If you cannot handling the dimensions, and then you will face the problem when you using it. That means when the electricity is overload, but your MCB is not chipping, and when your electricity is maybe short circuit, also it will be not chipping. So this is the most important. But after you maybe production after 3 or 4 years, then you totally get to know the whole technology of MCB, and then you can start make the spare parts by yourself. For example, you can stamping all the metal parts, and then you can injection for the plastic parts. Okay, this is the first step for the machines. But for the machines, we will give you the whole list, because different model of MCB request for the different machines. But some general machines like the overload testing, short circuit testing, and the rewriting, printings, and packing machines. This is you can use for all the different MCBs. But for the testing machines, different mode, we can just change the fixture to fit this. You can see this is the terminals. Okay, and then we can supply you for the molds including the metal molds and the plastic molds. The metal molds also including the housing. We can say some the bodies, and some the knob, and the clip, and also some inside the plastic parts. And the molds we can make it and the totally new molds, and you just only need to have one injection machine or two injection machine, because we suggest that you one machine for injection for the body, and another machine's injection machine for the some other small parts. Okay, because the mold is very heavy and it's big, and if you change it very often, and it's not very good for your machines. And for the metal parts molds, we only request you have the stamping machine. Okay, stamping machine also we give you the mold, and we tell you the right material, and you just use our machine and to make the stamping, and then I think you can check the dimension by yourself, and then you can do it. And then we after the mold and the machines, then we come to the spare parts. Okay, so first, now I want to introduce the basic function for the MCB. So first, I will show you this. You can see this is the inside MCB for all the parts here. Okay, we can say the MCB have three option systems. First is for the operation systems, which we can say this is the knob operation, and the second is for the overload systems. Overload system we normally say this is the bimetal system. Okay, and the third one is for the short circuit system, is the coil systems. Okay, for these bimetal systems, for the overload, this system working like that. When your electricity, maybe for example, your MCB is 10 ampere, okay, and in your house the electricity is maybe 11 amperes, is 1 ampere more than your MCB. So this bimetal, after maybe 30 minutes or 1 hour, this bimetal will curve, and then it will put the operation system to chip, to put it on in the off. That means the MCB is not working now, and this is the bimetal system. For the coil systems, it's for the short circuit. Short circuit, we can also say that, for example, the MCB is 10 ampere, but your house for the electricity is 50 ampere or 100 ampere. Very suddenly, maybe some the lightning, the amperes or the voltage very increasing suddenly a lot. So this part will be working for this overload, because you can see this is for the inside coil. This coil, it can move inside. So after because the MCB, they have some magnetic field. When the amperes is more than 5 times or 10 times, this field will put this plug pin to make this MCB chipping. That means to make it in the off situations. Okay, so this is the three basic operation systems for the MCB. And just now you have seen this all the parts for the MCBs. Okay, so for the MCB, and the beginning, we can supply you we can say SKD or CKD in the two different conditions. But we suggest you to make the SKD at the beginning, which means we doing all these writings and the spare parts assembling for you, and then after you receiving the material, you just doing the assembling and testing, rewriting, printing, the remaining steps. It will be better for you to control the qualities. Because if you cannot get to know how to rewriting to put the spare parts into the right position, it also will be effective for the functions. Okay, now next I would like to introduce you the different design for the MCBs. Okay,